Hello and welcome. It's Faye with Your Mindful Breath, and I'm going to be leading you through a short 15-minute stretch and breathe class. So feel free to come and roll out your mat. You don't even need one. We're not going to be on the ground. It's going to be mostly standing postures, or they're going to all be standing postures. So come and join me, get into something comfy, and let's go ahead and start. So for this practice, we're just going to do a little gentle arm swing here, warming up the body. Maybe the heels come up, or maybe there's just a bend in the knees. You can play around with whichever one feels most comfortable for you. Maybe you do a combination of both. This is simply to just warm the body here, have a little fun. And then wherever you are, keeping that nice wide distance, we're going to point those toes outwards for 5 pointed stars. So our hands are nice and spread, and we're shining them up and out into this beautiful 5 pointed star. Believe that you can take up this space and that you are worthy of this space. So now as you exhale, we're going to bend the knees and draw the elbows down for goddess pose, or it's also called horse pose too. And then we're inhaling to star pose. Beautiful. Exhale to goddess. Inhale to star. Exhale to goddess. Inhale to star. Beautiful. Last time. Exhale to goddess. Alright, so now we are going to do a little bit of fun here. So we light up the quads. We're going to just give ourselves a little gentle hug. Inhale to open, and exhale to gentle hug. Open, exhale to gentle hug, and then as you might notice, I'm alternating which arm is on top. Give that a try and see how that feels in your body. Notice if one side feels different from the other, or notice if there's no difference at all. That's totally fine too. Just opening the heart when we open, and then exhale, creating a little stretch in the back here. Let's inhale, our hands back up to 5 pointed star. Our toes are pointing outwards here. Exhale to goddess. Inhale the 5 pointed star. And now we're going to move into warrior one. So from star pose, we're taking that left foot forward and that right foot also forward. You want the toes kind of be pointing up to the right corner. And if that doesn't feel good on your hips and you want to make a little bit more space, I invite you to do so. I also like to do that. So I'm going to set up so I have enough space so I can square my hips a little bit to the front and I'm not bending my knee in some weird way. So here we are in warrior one. Let's inhale those hands up to the sky. Exhale, draw the shoulders down and away. And I was doing this practice earlier and I was really hot. Now I came outside, I was very cold, so now I'm taking off my jacket. So inhale those hands up to the sky, draw those shoulders down. Let's now reach, using that left hand, reach for that right wrist, and just slowly pull over to that left side. So you should feel a nice stretch in the right side body here, especially in this hip, especially if you're also pushing down on the outside edge of your right heel and that side of your foot. It's a beautiful stretch here. Breathe here. Don't hold your breath. Returning back to center. We're going to straighten this front knee. Step forward just a hair. So we're kind of standing straight, and we're going to make our way into pyramid pose, taking our hands on our hips, or maybe you bring your hands behind you, and we're hinging it forward at the hips. Beautiful. Maybe you even take your right thumb, place it in that left hip crease, and just gently push it back and notice what that sensation feels like as your hips turn to just open a little bit more. And maybe your back heel needs to move so your foot is a little more forward. That's fine too. Making any tweaks or adjustments that you need to. If your hands are back here behind your back, opening up. Breathing here. Nice soft bend in the knee, not locking out. And then on your next inhale, rise up from the hips. Beautiful. And we're going to make our way back into our beautiful star pose here. Toes pointed outward, hands outreached, taking up space. Bend into that goddess pose. Beautiful. And this time, we are going to make some claps here. This is kind of a modified eagle arms. So we're just taking our hands and we're clapping. If your elbows don't meet, that's okay. Just notice what that sensation feels like. If you can kind of have the elbows just kiss gently. Stretching the back here. Nice good stretch for the shoulders as well. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in to open and breathing out to close. And if your legs get a little tired, feel free to come up a little bit higher. Breathe in to open, breathe out to close. Breathe in to open, breathe out to close. Now we're switching forward into our warrior one. Right foot comes forward, left foot also comes forward towards that corner. And because our balance is harder to keep here with this narrow stance, we widen that stance just a little bit, finding a comfortable warrior one. Inhale those hands up to the sky, dropping the shoulders down and away from the ears as you exhale. Beautiful. And now on your next breath, reach for that left hand, left wrist, and gently pull over to the right. Feeling this nice stretch in the left side body here. Remembering to keep that knee bent. Turning back to center. Allowing the hands to come to the hips. Straighten that front knee and then take that left foot, step it just a hair up a little bit so you're nice and upright, and then we'll make our way into pyramid. And now your hands are either on your hips or maybe they are behind your back. Let's take a big breath in through the nose and exhale, folding over the hips, keeping them square to the front of the mat. Take that right thumb, place it in between that right hip crease, and just gently push it back. Notice what sensations are there. If there's any pain, obviously ease off. In yoga, we like to explore the edge, which is just a boundary between discomfort and actual pain. So if you feel any pain, don't push it any further, but if there's just a little discomfort, see if you can play into that sensation of what's there. Remembering to breathe. And then on your next inhale, we rise up. Beautiful. Make our way back into five-pointed star. And exhale to goddess. Inhale to five-pointed star. And exhale to goddess. And let's bring ourselves, or wrap ourselves in a nice little cozy hug in this posture. Maybe you take your right ear to your right shoulder. Feeling a nice stretch in the left side of the neck. Turn back to center. Take a nice stretch to the left side. Left ear to left shoulder. Nice stretch in the right side of the neck. Remembering to breathe. Returning back to center. Inhale to five-pointed star. Let's walk it in to Tadasana, our beautiful mountain pose. We can play with the hands here and notice what it feels like when we have our hands palms facing towards us, or if we have our hand palms facing out in front of us. It's a very subtle shift, but you may notice how your shoulders tend to broaden and your heart just opens up a little bit more. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keeping the feet planted in the ground, the hands and fingers energetically spread here. We'll begin to shift that weight into our left leg, into tree pose. Our hands can come to our hips for this, just to start with, for balance. And we'll take our right foot and we'll just place it on our ankle. And if you're like me, already off balance, feel free to laugh. This is a practice, and this is a playful practice for sure. Tree pose is all about balance, so you can leave your foot here, you can bring it to your calf, or you can bring it to your inner thigh, allowing that right hip to open up here, pushing that knee out. If you focus on a drishti point or a non-moving point that's down below in front of you, you may find that your balance is a little bit easier to find. Imagine a nice string pulling you upwards. You're growing up nice tall like a tree. Maybe your hands come out to the sides. Beautiful. And remembering to breathe, engaging the core. Being grateful for all the little bones and muscles that are keeping you upright. And now you can lower that foot, shake out those toes. And let's reset in our Tadasana, inhaling those hands up to the sky. Maybe you look up, big breath in, and then big breath out. Drawing the hands to the heart center. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in, look up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Now let's begin to shift that weight into that right leg. Those left toes find the inner ankle here, the calf, or the thigh. Being mindful of the knee joint, the kneecap right here. Being mindful of the kneecap. You don't want to put too much pressure on that. So finding your way into tree pose, allowing that hip to open up. Tummy is in, and you are reaching towards the sky. Big breath in, and big breath out. Or maybe your hands are down by your heart space. Wherever, they can also be on your hips. You know, wherever feels fun and feels right for you. Maybe you are making a wavy tree, because let's be real, trees grow in all sorts of weird shapes, right? Okay, so in your tree pose, play, have a little fun. See what it feels like to lose your balance. Feel what it feels like to be on your balance. All the little muscles and tendons, again, working in your benefit here. So beautiful. We can allow our left foot to come down. Take that right foot, shake it out. Beautiful. Inhale those hands up to the sky. Look up, draw the hands together. Exhale the hands to heart center. Beautiful. Take a big breath in through the nose, filling all the way up. And a big breath out, sigh it out. Let's do that again. Big breath in, reaching it, those arms up to the sky. And exhale the hands to heart center, sighing it out. Let's do that one more time. Big rich inhale. Up. And exhale and sigh. Drawing your hands to heart center here. Maybe your hands are together like this, or maybe they are on top, one on top of the other, connecting to your heartbeat. Sending yourself some gratitude for taking this time to nurture your mind, body, and heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Bye.